Are we rolling already?
Internet, you scary. Take one.
Doesn't say anything on that.
Hey, Kev, you know who you look like with that bandana on?
Here comes.
Tuflan Shakur.
Oh.
Okay, so remember he said he went. Wait. Remember he said he went down a wormhole. I was gonna say this is like the perfect time. I was gonna say he went down a gummy wormhole. Yes, I just needed a bomb.
I set you up.
It didn't even make
I
sense.
set you up.
That didn't sound like any Tuflan?
Tuflan Shakur?
Two-pack of something.
Tupac.
I didn't even get that was a Tupac.
Tuflan. Tuflan.
That was not good.
So you said Shakur.
I was like, what are you saying?
Like
God rest his soul. Don't
Tuflan Shakur?
Don't waste his death on that.
Tuflan Shakur? That's
He keeps trying it. Why do you keep trying?
All right, whenever y'all ready,
This
pass
is
it.
all the intro, by the way.
Oh, man. It's all
I
bad.
don't care. All right, so we usually struggle through an intro, so you guys are just
You're struggling
not
through a
talented.
hairdo, too, for the past 10 years.
Let's
What
get
you
those
gonna do
all
about that?
out of the way right now.
6 months, still this.
What's that supposed to do?
Something else. Jeez.
Remember when Pat got his hair freshly redone and he was
He
like,
hated it.
I hate it.
Dog rubbing his head on the ground right after they get washed.
We're like, it looks good. I don't like it.
I don't like
I
that you can
low-key
see it
skipped
looks
out on my
individual.
last 2 appointments. Listen, I have other
Last
stuff to
2 years of appointments.
do. Man, let's start this shit. Hey, I'm Patrick Cloud.
Yo, what up? I'm Tahir Moore.
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
And welcome to another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Hey, we got guests, so you guys help us with this.
You got gas and Kev got breasts.
All right, so yeah, help us through this train wreck of an intro real quick. All right. You want to do the beat? You want to do the vocals?
I'll do the vocals.
I've been
All right,
ready
you
for
be
this.
background vocals.
All right,
Okay,
here we
Wanna help me
go.
with the beat?
I'll be
Yeah.
ad-libs.
All right, you want to do drums and I'll be like the synth?
All right.
He gonna do drumsticks.
I go 1,
It'll be a whole episode of this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I say, damn, Internet, you scary.
Scary.
You thicker than Holly Berry.
Holly Berry.
Oh, and the scary.
She's more slim.
You scary.
Scary.
Damn, Internet, you scary. Damn, Internet, damn, Internet, you scary. You scary. All right, that was just horrible. That is
All my fault, by the way.
What was Patrick doing? You said Holly Berry was thick. No one's ever said
No
that.
one has
ever
ever said
that is
That
true.
was also my fault. Like all of that. those stock beats that come with the keyboards.
The demo beats.
That was terrible.
Oh my God.
All right, well, welcome to Damn Internet, You Scary.
Yes.
For sure.
Righteous Ratchet.
Yes.
Righteous and Ratchet. Are we still on live there? We can't
We
cuss,
are
huh?
live.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is,
try
this
not
is
to cuss.
technically you're just using the studio. This is your show.
This is
All right,
your
but we
show.
don't want to
Yes,
disrespect
it
your
feels-
fans.
yeah.
But
it
if
feels
you
weird.
don't,
We're
if
for
you
sure.
don't want to cuss, I'd appreciate it. But
Okay.
if you need to cuss,
Okay.
All right, we'll pull back. We'll try to hold back.
I'll
We'll
bleep
try-
myself out.
Yeah.
Not me. F that S.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez.
all right. Well, it was a good run, guys.
It's weird saying you're a guest. We're clearly at Kevon Studio. Hey, thanks for coming, Kev.
nice setup you guys have here, man.
Looks familiar.
So we basically just gonna talk about some weird stuff that we saw
Yeah.
on the internet. It's not really attached to anything. Did you guys hear about this like TV porch bandit guy?
TV
He's
porch.
still in packages or something?
No, it's super weird. So this is happening in Virginia. There's a dude
course it
who's
is.
he's walking around literally in a costume. His head is a TV, and he's leaving old back TVs on people's porches.
Big booty TV?
Yeah, with no context.
I'm struggling with the TV.
But look, he comes up like this,
Ah.
and he has a TV for a head, and he just puts it directly. There's nothing else happens. There's no burglary.
No other crime?
No.
He's just trying to bring back the big booty TV.
No note. He's just.
I love it.
They look so disgusted carrying
People
those.
are so upset.
Wait. More than 60 TV sets placed. Who is he buying these from? He's just going out of town clearing out Goodwills left and right.
You mean to tell white people need more things to do?
Absolutely.
Fam,
dude,
you
I
know
know
But
he's
hold
white.
on, but
You
hold
know
on,
he's
but hold
white.
on.
No, he's
If you looked outside at 2:00 in the morning,
That'd be creepy.
and seen a dude with a TV TV forehead on your porch?
Well, he's going up to the cameras and like waving on it, so they see him eventually, but they don't see him real time.
So this dude is like waiting for dark, like, ooh, I'm finna drop off 8 TVs.
What is his
tonight.
motive?
That's the most impressive prank I've seen probably today.
Yeah, attention to detail.
That is hilarious.
That's amazing.
I didn't
like
know
this
that many
guy.
TVs like that still existed.
It's really hard to.
Goodwill,
They're really
man.
I
hard
haven't
to.
seen those in a minute.
It's hard to carry them. They're hard to like weight proportionate themselves.
They're
That's
not.
what
Wait,
you
your
look-
weight is in
That's
proportion.
what Doboy looked like as a baby.
Big Bang TV.
A
Yo.
baby hippopotamus.
Hey, the funniest part is that Toshiba's probably looking at sales like, huh?
He's
a good
helping us
month.
here.
Toshiba?
This is pretty good.
That man went to
Oh,
work
man.
that day and was like, ooh, as soon as I get off.
Jeez Louise. How do you even come up with something like that?
That's got to be fun.
I don't even know. What would you like think if you went out and saw that? Like, would you be kind of worried
If
or
I
scared?
saw that on my ring, because I have a ring, I don't know if you guys have that.
Oh
Okay.
God,
If
slight flex.
if I saw that on my ring, I'd do absolutely nothing. I ain't gonna lie to
You wouldn't even like call the police?
No, I don't have a gun in my house. I don't have fighting capabilities. I'd just be like, dang, this is scary.
But I
That's
feel like there
it?
could be
Yes.
something deep behind it, right?
Would you walk out if he has a TV for a head? You finna walk out and challenge him?
Listen,
Oh,
if
no.
he's carrying
No.
the TV, his hands are occupied.
What you gonna
though.
do? Kick him in the chest?
No, just tackle him. Do
Wait.
something
First of
manly,
all,
you little girl.
wait. I think we have like overlooked something really, really important. How did he get that thing on his head?
Oh, right. I don't
How
know.
did he gut a TV?
I don't. That's like
You just
something.
take the screen out.
Oh, of course you know how to do this.
How would you know how to gut
Tahir-
TVs?
Tahir's first job was at a junkyard. You remember he
He
told us
was.
this in his
Oh
little
yeah, he was a
sequence?
junkyard dog.
Dang it!
Yeah, but
You
could you
got to be
imagine?
quicker, my
Can you
boy.
imagine hopping the fence and Tahir's like,
With a leash that's attached to the ground. If only. You would.
Arg, arg. Like, why do you sound like a pirate? Arg, I don't know.
it's just a kid in a diaper. Like, somebody should call social services.
Why is he guarding old barbecue pits?
I use
Rib
those.
bones in there.
Those are still good.
Oh my God! No,
The gang's
TV
all here.
The TV for the head was
Totally
is pretty
unrelated, but I gotta know because it's gonna bother me all episode.
creepy. Okay.
Are we gonna put a cap on how many of these bead bracelets? I mean, what are you doing? Like, what? What are you thinking?
There is no cap.
It's just too many.
No
Is it-
cap.
It's too much.
No cap.
I don't like that this
Listen,
ring
if-
on this ring finger. I don't like how smooth around this ring is.
And
Like what?
who puts a ring on their pointing finger?
Right, he got a wedding band on the pointer finger. What are you
Wait,
doing?
hold on. Patrick is with his girl getting dressed like, hold on, babe. I just gotta.
His girl. Don't play.
Hold on.
Or when he get home from work, let me tell you, babe, what happened. See, they wasn't respecting me at work.
Y'all just mad because y'all fat ass fingers can't have no damn rings. You be looking at the ring section like, dang,
One day.
where are the hula
One
hoops?
day.
Do you sell hula
You
hoops?
say where the hula hoops?
You sell diamond encrusted hula hoops for my fat thumbs.
I ain't gonna lie. When I get off the plane, this ring don't be coming off.
Really?
Oh man, if I don't wear my compression socks,
Oh,
Wait, why are you wearing
The
compression
fact that
socks?
you have compression thoughts.
Oh man,
Socks?
why do you have compression socks?
because when you fly a lot like I do, you know the air like up
Your
there.
flexes are getting weirder.
Yeah.
They're not getting better.
Y'all don't
they're
wear
getting
compression
weirder.
socks?
No,
Y'all just be on the plane all the way to
60.
all the
We're
way
not
to
60.
London.
we're not 60 and 5.
Get up and walk around.
You know that's how Heavy D passed away.
Really?
Compression socks?
He had he didn't wear compression socks.
He had a blood clot.
Oh, what?
Like what? Why
That's
you
what
say
it's a
it
blood
like
clot.
that?
No,
Why
that
you say it like
That's
that?
exactly how I said. Blood
Whoa.
clot.
words have to
Oh, you
words,
said that
Sean Paul
hecka extra.
ad-lib was that.
Blood clot.
words have to fight their way out of Tahir's mouth.
Every time be like, get back. Get back. But we have things to say, no, you don't.
Every word that comes out is war batter.
I'm going to just tell you, I
seen some things.
would have messed up war batter. If I tried to say that fast, just saying it right now, I had to think about that, to spell it out. War batter.
But nah, compression socks help with your blood flow when you've been on flights longer than 6 hours. And if I don't wear them, then my fingers get all swollen up. Y'all don't be swollen when y'all get off the plane?
You guys get swollen?
You old.
You trust
Goats.
me. If you had a
Nah, they do. My feet do
your
sometimes.
feet be swelling,
Yeah.
man. When
Wow. What, when it's about to rain? Ooh,
His
child.
feet swell when he start a diet.
You won't start a diet. You refuse.
Shut up, man.
You refuse.
You're fat. Look at your grill and those gums are fighting right now.
God damn.
I hate the way you talk.
I hate your gums. Sitting on those fat grills like
More of this. Dang, I was about to cuss.
No, man. Don't do it.
We cut this off.
I keep holding
wait,
back.
we
I'm like,
Listen, though,
We should cut this off so we could get these. Why are you trying to steal our views, man?
No, this is for the right pack. The people said they be cussing though.
Who be
The
cussing?
people in the right pack were like, "No, we cuss."
Is that your fans, the Right Pack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the right
what
pack.
you know about
The
it?
Right Pack?
Yeah.
Look, we have little mugs.
That's a cool
Right
little.
Pack.
That's a cool.
Isn't
mug.
it cool though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
You
Pack.
know about it.
So it's
Secret
like
link.
we're a group of people that are all right.
No, it's Righteous and Ratchet.
Righteous,
We're group right
yeah.
pack. It's a whole thing, man.
Yeah, man. You
Oh,
gotta kinda have
it's a
to
play
be-
on the Rat Pack.
Yeah.
Yes,
Come on,
Patrick.
Right Pack.
See,
Got
man?
it. I had to go.
It took a
further
minute.
in my.
It took a minute for
further
Pat.
in history.
Yeah.
I wasn't alive during the Rat.
But remember, Pat, this is your podcast.
It's
If you wanna
yours.
cuss,
We're
you
just-
can.
we're your
The
guests.
Right Pack said they don't mind cussing. This ain't like regular Kevonstage thing. They're like, no, we be cussing. And they're
They
ADD
trying to
fans.
steal. They trying to steal our views. I see you. What's up, Patreon?
This won't be. This won't.
All right, so moving right along. In the vein of Hollywood, burglary, I guess. Hollywood Unlocked posed a question that was actually pretty funny. They said, "All right, if you were a burglar, but you can only steal things that slightly inconvenience your victims, what would you steal?" And if you go in the comments, people are evil. They said every Tuesday pill and birth control.
Oh man!
Just one sock from every pair.
Oh.
The shelves out of the fridge. That might be the worst
that
one,
is-
especially for you guys. You guys would be like, "What? Where?"
That's more of than a slight inconvenience.
That's crazy.
I need all my shelves.
You gotta buy a new refrigerator.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
throw away
got
the whole
wooden
refrigerator.
They said eyelash glue, Wi-Fi router, toilet flush handle,
That's what I was-
stove
Yeah.
knobs, and sweatpants drawstrings.
Oh,
Oh,
that is
sweatpants, drawstrings.
sweatpants and the
What
type
shorts
of
would be
person?
just horrible.
The evil. Damn, these are some heavy mic bases. I thought I was gonna. Wait, what?
I know what I would steal.
What would you steal?
I would steal the elastic out of people's drawers.
That's
You know how long that would take?
It doesn't matter.
They didn't
Well,
give
you would
a
have to
time
cut it
limit.
with like an exacto
Nah,
knife.
why are you in the specifics
Why are we
of it?
taking it?
That's
going
how I would
into
do
the
it.
technicalities?
That's how I would do it.
No, I would
That's why
steal.
y'all get caught because y'all don't think things through.
I'm not really gonna commit the crime to here. I'm just.
I would steal the
Then
battery.
don't talk about it.
This is hypothetical.
How would you do this?
Exacto knife.
You
cut
go
it
in
in four
there-
spots and that'll ruin their electricity.
Why is the first thing you're like, how to make this crime for real?
He's done this.
But you know
Weird.
how upset you'd be if your underwear didn't have the tightness around.
Oh,
They were
man.
just
No,
like
I've been
loose.
there. You've never been there?
Loose
Oh,
draw.
yeah.
I've had that happen before.
It's worse. And
it's
then it's
an
like
ordeal.
it's falling
You
around
guys
the
just
jeans.
don't throw them away?
Huh?
Nah.
They're
You
like,
know how much
oh,
Doughboy spent
yeah,
at Lane
right.
Bryant getting those? You don't just throw away Lane Bryant's summer
Just stuff
collection.
them in your jeans.
They're all custom made.
Uh-huh.
You don't even take them off.
Online only. You
I
can't
will
just throw those
believe.
away.
I ain't got nothing to respond.
Yeah. Keep going.
Crazy. You understand me?
Oh,
I don't know what I would take.
I would take the batteries out of the remote control.
That's pretty. I mean, you could. That's pretty inconvenient. You could just go to the store though. I don't know where you'd get refrigerator shelves or
That
stove
is not
knobs.
something you find everywhere.
Stove knobs? Where would you even like? Try
I
to
would
find
take
that?
all the knobs off of all the drawers in the kitchen.
off
Off the drawers?
The drawers.
Drawers.
First of all, learn to say the word, you dummy.
I said it right.
You
I
said,
was like, you got underwear in
all
the
the-
kitchen.
you said drawers.
All the knobs.
You said drawers.
I said drawers.
Fat tongue boy.
I said it correctly. You take those dumb headphones off. Nobody else has headphones on.
So
You're
what?
a guest on our show with headphones on.
You're right.
You look stupid.
You're right. You're right.
Why nobody else needs it? We all hear each other perfectly.
I like-
Doughboy just needs attention.
I like
that
hearing
You
much.
know
my-
what? That is it.
He
Doughboy
wants
likes to
attention.
hear his voice so much.
I love
He just
it.
wanted to hear.
He just wants to hear his voice
Doughboy
more.
will literally start a conversation about nothing. We're talking about something completely different, and he'd be like, "You know what? I don't like the Cosby Show. Shut up. Who's even talking to you?
Nah,
hilarious.
nah, man.
Nobody else.
One person on the podcast with headphones.
No,
He's
because
a
I'm the
guest. It's
I'm
not
the
even
o-
like this is his
I'm
podcast.
the only professional here.
You're fat.
So are you.
You can hear
Just because
your
you're
own.
less fat doesn't make it a
You're
different
fat.
thing. So are you?
That jersey is holding on by every thread.
That
possible.
jersey says boo.
Oh, really, John? That really? Why don't you get in your car and drive out of here?
2003.
Drive out of here.
What player was 2003?
Drive your car in here. Let me kick the
Why
windows.
your jersey
Why is
never-
that a diss? Why is that a diss?
You got a small car.
He got a mini car. Why your
Like,
jersey?
get in your car and drive out of here. Get your legs and walk out of here then. It's like, what?
The whole episode.
Oh, niggas is funny.
This is like a lot of months of missing this. It's just been like pent up.
It's just like a
man.
Kamehameha bullshit. All right, speaking of bullshit, this is my perfect transition. All right, there was a lady who says that she married the ghost of an 1,000-year-old pirate, and now she wants you to stop calling her crazy because she had enough. So this girl's name is Amanda Large Teague. And
Wait. That's a crazy name.
Tell him
Teague.
Amanda Large Teague?
Teague. I thought it was like a large T, like she wears a large size T-shirt. That
Nah,
was
Large
horrible.
Teague, like league, but with a T. And she said whilst meditating, she met the ghost of a 300-year-old Haitian pirate. I don't know how he hollered at her, but he did. And he said that they've been communicating for several months, and she was convinced that this was Jack Teague, who she later claimed had inspired the character of Jack Sparrow. So this was like the ghost of an old Johnny Depp.
That's. I mean, if you're gonna marry a pirate,
He
ghost,
might as well be
at least
one
he was
that's
an
on.
interesting pirate.
He was on, yeah.
Yeah, he was great.
Wait, was the Johnny Depp character was playing a Haitian person?
He couldn't have been playing a Haitian person. He's white.
I thought the person that she met was Haitian.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what she said. That's what the story says.
But it was. I thought it was based on Jack Sparrow.
That's
maybe,
right.
maybe Jack Sparrow was Haitian.
Maybe he was
in real life.
based on. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
that's
that-
a
they probably
weird
true,
casting.
though.
But
Very
Haitian
weird
is
casting.
dark.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but it's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson played an Asian woman and then got mad that people got mad about it.
Matt Damon played an Asian guy.
Yeah, so did Tom Cruise.
Yeah. And Brad Pitt played a Mexican in The Mexican.
Wait, didn't somebody who played the samurai? The last
Tom
samurai.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm. So,
But who married them?
so basically, they started smashing.
Wait, what? Hold
Wow.
on. Wait a second.
Yeah.
This black ghost has all the things to do in the world. And he was like, you know what I need?
Come back for some crazy.
Some pirate booty.
Yeah, that was way better. I almost said the P
Pirate
word.
booty, I like it.
So he said, her friends were like, she's hanging out with this guy all the time. They decided to get married. And he's dead.
Who
she's
came
living.
to the wedding? I got more questions than answers.
The fact that she has
All
a
the first
backstory,
mates.
she has a backstory for how they met.
Right? Like I was meditating. He came up. His name is Jack.
So what, do they have kids? They have ghost kids?
No. I mean, what? No.
What? She's married? You act like that's not crazy.
You got on headphones.
Well,
Shut up.
It says that
Wonder Years coming
meeting.
soon.
Wonder Years?
album.
That was a joke?
It's
No,
an album,
it's-
man.
This is when
Should've
Doboy just has to say
He
stuff.
he just likes to hear his own voice. He has nothing to add to the conversation most times.
Well, okay. Well, apparently this dude had black dreadlocks, a mustache, and a red bandana.
That's any nigga in Miami.
He just said he was dead. That was just his game. He just said, I'm dead.
There's some dude from Miami who just been talking to her through her Google Home. She don't even know it. He just been talking through her Google Home the whole time.
The
Hey.
ghost is like, "Hey, cash at me." Like, hold on.
The Haitian Connect. But they got married in international waters, and a medium spoke for Jack to give his consent to the marriage.
A medium?
Yeah.
Why not a large?
That was so dumb. That was so dumb.
The stuff that white people do, the amount of time and money they have to invest in stuff like this is bewildering to me.
You know what it is? When you get high, I imagine you guys who smoke the weed, you have ideas, and then you
you
come
talking to
down
me?
and you're just like, these people are like, nah, I'm finna do that.
Yeah.
No, our
That's
ideas
the
are
see it
fire
through, my boy.
even after.
Huh?
Our ideas are still fire after.
But do you have the money to activate them?
Oh, you mean like those big picture ideas?
Yeah, you're like, man, you know what'd be crazy if we got, I married a ghost pirate. And then you come down, you're like, man, I was high. And she's like, she's Googling like, who would marry a ghost to
The
me?
stoner self-reflection. I gotta stop.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but apparently the actual ceremony was called the pagan hand fasting, where two witches. I'm sorry, I'm doing this on such a spiritual show, but two witches wrap cords around the couple's joined hands to symbolize the binding of the pair.
So
where did they find two witches?
Witches be around.
Witches are around. For
Witches
real.
exist.
I know a couple. I
witches.
low key know a couple witches.
Stop. You know a witch.
I know a few witches.
What type of broom does she drive?
That was just funny.
So when I worked at Bank of America, my manager was a witch. They're called Wiccans.
Yeah.
People who are witches.
Do they really fly on brooms?
No.
I'm
You know what?
saying.
That was a serious question.
I'm being
That was a
really
serious
like a
question.
whole tour.
I'm low key embarrassed. We have a podcast together,
What?
right?
You had a whole tour. This.
Is it embarrassing you in front of company?
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Do they fly on?
Well, then what makes it a witch? What makes it a witch?
They do.
That's the only characteristic that you know of witches.
And a
No,
black and a
no
black
spells,
pot?
nothing.
The
black
soup.
pot?
He
The
know
soup?
about the soup. You know, hey, what's up with the I am
Pot-bellied
mute?
stew.
What's up with the I am mute?
So what? I don't understand what makes them witches.
Wiccans are people who study witches are people who study the Wiccan religion. It's a lot of spell binding.
Do they have special powers, or do they
chanting.
believe they have special powers?
That would be the spell binding and the spell
yeah,
casting would be their
they-
special powers.
they believe-
Do
a
they
lot
do it
of-
with the little stick? They be like, "Habakadabra."
I never
What's
went
your
to her
phone? What's your
church.
phone? Google it real quick
I never went to her
so we
church,
can go
I
on with
don't
the
know.
show.
I'm just. We're talking about witches. Y'all act like y'all
They're
know.
witches.
Witches
How
are.
do you not know about
He
witches?
just said
though?
he knew
Witches
witches.
are a
I'm asking
thing.
for some intel.
I knew a couple fine ass witches actually.
Hold on, you knew some fine ones.
Yeah.
You can't be talking to witches. They'll have you eating the witch's brew.
That's some advice you never really hear. Boy, you can't be talking to witches. Stop talking to these damn
Tasting
witches.
fast tail witches.
Fast tail witches.
Keep your
Imagine
broomstick
super
in the
old.
closet.
That's old.
Patrick's mom when he leaves the house. Hey, don't be talking to them witches.
Okay, though, if
Yes,
anybody in
Mom.
our group will be talking to a witch, it would be
It's-
Pat.
it
It would
is.
definitely be Pat.
Absolutely.
Gang, gang.
It is.
Cat
They
has
used
the
to-
spell to get his hair done, though. He wears an amulet too.
The witch is just like, look, nothing's working. I don't know.
He's like, not with these bracelets on. It'll never work.
So 2 weeks after she married Jack, she started. So this girl started encountering serious health problems. Stop being the last person to laugh at your joke.
Yeah. I hate your laugh
Trying to
too.
dwell in the remnant.
It was so funny to me.
The
Just
remnant.
go. Just read the story. Shake your wrist to read the story. Let's go, little mama.
So she tried to leave her because she started feeling like sick, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna kill you if you escape me." So
Wait, she tried to leave. He tried to leave her.
no,
You
she
not
tried to
leaving
leave
no
him.
Ghost.
Wait, she tried to leave a ghost.
Yeah, and then they had to like do a whole exorcism.
Hold on,
thing.
Pat.
Oh, my.
She's in a abusive relationship. You get it?
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. How you said it was it shouldn't have been funny.
Yeah. Because it broke all the way up.
Nigga, that's hilarious.
Abusive, hilarious. You understand to me? Hilarious.
It hit me twice.
I'm out of here. You ain't going nowhere. And really, you can't leave ghosts.
You can't.
can't.
He's a ghost.
They
They
pull
go
it
through
up.
walls.
Go through
They are
walls.
not respecting restraining
I
orders.
got one more. When you were my boo. Yes, it worked.
Yes.
Despite the
That's
drum
dope,
roll.
Oh,
So
so how did this end?
She got like an exorcism.
Why? Because she was getting a divorce.
That is
They
a
take
divorce.
half of his afterlife.
He invited his ghost homies like, yo, where the rain? Man, she done took the. She can't even drive it. Ain't even
half
got-
the tombstone,
she did-
half this pirate ship,
She done took the haunted house.
all his capes are gone. He ain't got not a good hat left.
The haunted house. Yo, dude, that is gorgeous. That was funny.
So she got an exorcism to get out of this.
Yeah, and that's what That's what you get
So
for
that
smashing
when they have an
ghosts.
exorcism, that means the ghost dies.
No,
Nah.
that just means
It
he-
just like breaks the bond between the
Yeah.
ghost and the person that they're haunting.
like you
So
had
then
that.
they can't haunt him no more.
Like remember you
Supposedly.
had that. Remember you had that brisket exorcism.
Brisket The power of spice compels you. The power of
Spice. Oh, that's good. I gotta give it where it's at. That was good.
The power of spice.
The preacher uses a spatula. Be gone.
Power of spice compels you is hilarious.
Jeez Louise.
Oh man,
This was amazing.
That is too
Fun,
funny.
man. I miss
That
you
is
guys,
so
man.
Oh my God.
Oh my
he
God.
really just thought of that.
That's-
He just said that. Oh man.
Okay.
Volume
well,
hitter, man.
Oh man.
Volume
all right,
hitter.
I think that's a good time to go into the. You want to do the final segment?
Final
Man, that was
segment.
quick.
Let's do it.
Final segment. What you want to do? One more or final segment?
Was that 30 already?
How many minutes has it been?
I
Let's
don't
do
know.
one more. Let's give the people one more.
Okay.
25?
It's 4 of us. Let's give them one more. We'll make
All right,
this
I'm
one
gonna
longer.
let you guys choose.
What did you just say to him?
We'll make this one longer.
Wait.
We'll make this
What?
one longer.
Did you hear?
Why y'all still surprised that this happened?
Wait, does he think we understood what he just said?
I just learned to follow the the inflections. It's like Scooby Doo. You know, they all understand. It's like you're just like. It's like all right. He probably said, "Let's just give it another one."
Wait,
I don't know why
what?
y'all still surprised this happens.
Oh my God.
Y'all been my friends for years now. Y'all know I can't talk.
Tahir's tongue is drunk.
Man. If I ever get pulled over and have to take a breathalyzer, my tongue will be like, oh, here we go.
He sound like
Never
Donnie.
does
in
what it's
Wild-
supposed to do.
Wild-
His tongue is drunk.
Man.
Your mouthwash is 74% vodka.
I don't do it on purpose. I don't even know when it happened. It wasn't like this in college or high school. It
All
just
right.
started happening. My tongue just got lazy.
All right, what's the
Okay.
fourth thing? What's the?
All right, I'm gonna let you guys pick because there's you can pick from 3.
Okay.
All right.
So there's something called a findom fetish, and it's not what you think. It's more along the lines of men who are obsessed with women taking stuff out of their bank account.
What?
There is Conor McGregor punched an old man in a bar.
Oh, let's talk.
I'm
about
always
that.
going to go with that one.
And then what the hell is Nicki Minaj doing right now?
Let's go with Conor McGregor.
All right, have you guys heard this story?
No.
I seen it,
I,
and
I
it's
saw
utterly
the clip of the
disgusting.
video. I didn't see the video.
So Conor McGregor literally he walked into a bar. It sounds like the beginning of his
So
show.
Conor
I'm
McGregor
a
walks
man.
into a bar. You know how this is gonna end.
And I guess he buys everybody a drink. And it's weird. It's like an old dive
No, it's
bar.
his, but it's his
It's
whiskey.
his bar?
Yeah, no, it's his brand of whiskey. That
Oh,
he
okay,
bought.
okay.
Oh,
And dude was just like, nah, I don't want a shot. He
he could have
was
just
like,
been
well,
like,
you'll take a shot at it. Right in the kissing for you.
No, he's like, you want this or this?
Either one gonna put you to sleep.
giving me. But I guess he just punched this poor old man at the in the head.
First
You
off,
see,
man,
kind of like.
old.
Oh, here it is.
oh,
Go
you go.
ahead.
So and he is the same size as all these men that are sitting down.
I just think he's so tough.
He's pretty tough.
He bought the bar. It's like 8 dudes there.
That's what I'm saying. Like this was a weird flex. Like all my
Everybody in the
elderly niggas.
bar is over 65.
Man,
That's
for
what I'm
real.
saying.
That's
They
how
shouldn't
Ireland,
be drinking anyways.
Ireland looks like that though, because I've never been.
He's like, here you go, mate.
What?
Dude, put it back. He's like, no, I'm good.
like, I'm straight.
Okay.
But it's weird because like what
And
if
he
it was
brushed
like,
him off. He said, man, go ahead, little nigga.
what if he just didn't drink whiskey?
You're right.
Or what if he just didn't drink?
Well, I mean he's at a bar.
He's there for the
That
peanuts.
last one
He said,
did
oh,
work.
you're not going to drink it? You ain't going to drink it?
And now I think he's trying to get the the
Okay,
crowd
well,
on his hand,
you'll be punch drunk.
Oh.
He's
Now-
on-
Look how the dude just looked the other way though. He got hit and was just like, "All right, what's over here?" That was
Whoa.
a horrible Irish accent.
Oh.
Yo, why did he hit that
There we
dude
go,
like that?
matey.
Look how old he is.
that-
Don't even
Bumble
look-
clot.
What are you doing?
Oh, that's the wrong.
You know what's crazy?
Shut up.
Whenever you see a white person get beat up in public, they don't expect retaliation. They get hit once and they just start walking away.
Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't even like.
Okay, so let's talk
Either
about
Conor hits weak or he gets beat up a lot.
Because the old man ate that punch.
He ate
He's
that.
just
It's Ireland.
Yeah.
But this is the thing that, man, listen, man.
You don't hit hard like
You
that.
got to, like, older people should be protected at all costs.
We got to protect you.
Oh, I knew it was coming. As I was saying it, I was like, I'm
I was
walking
thinking of
into
a way to do it.
it. It's all good. But if you're going to hit an old dude, and that dude has, I think the dude was 80. But
What?
He's
Wait,
80?
what?
Yeah.
Did you read something or did you just guess that?
no, I read it in my mind.
I knew you didn't.
You just be
You
lying.
just said that. I think the dude's 80.
Everything that you just said is null and void now.
Why?
Because you just lied about it.
Okay.
Like 65, maybe 70.
No, I think he's 80.
Okay, just keep going. We're not going to win.
He's old. And what I'm saying is, if you go hit an old dude, you got serious problems, bro. You're first of all, his hands are registered as deadly weapons because he's a fighter.
It's not?
No, that's
Boxers
not a
are.
real thing.
Yes, it is.
I thought that was.
No.
You do
I
have
talked
to register
fighter.
your hands.
No, that's not what happens.
Then what happens?
So what? First of all, what happens?
Everything is
that,
falling apart on this story right now.
He's 80, I
So
say.
what happens is if you are a professional fighter and you get into a fight, it's like if me and you got into a fight, then it's just a brawl. If I'm Conor McGregor and I fight you, then I get charged higher because I'm a professional fighter. You don't actually go and say, hey, these are legal weapons and you have to register them. It's like the judge says, you're a professional fighter. You should know that you can't fight people regular like that because they're not trained like you do. We talked to an MMA fighter on one of the Askas, and that's when we asked him that.
And they don't, because I've heard that my whole life.
No, we asked him, and he was like, "That's not what happened. You don't have to like go in like 6, 7, 8, 9 is a serial number." Because I thought that was real.
Right.
Me
But
too.
no, what happens
Wait,
is
really?
you're charged. Yeah, you're charged. He told us you're charged. This one hasn't aired yet, but he said you're charged differently if you are a professional fighter than if me and Tahir just got in a fight. It's not considered the same. You're supposed to show more restraint and things like that.
So if Doughboy is a professional eater and he goes to
I
a
knew it was
buffet,
gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen.
said it'd be $1,000.
Wait, so like what? Like Pi would get a court case against him? It'd be a dude with a suit standing next to Pi? Your Honor, what he did to my client.
Doughboy is in there with pasta on his face. I didn't do anything to that pie. You're fat.
Your Honor, that mouth is registered in 49 states.
My mouth is registered. You piece of crap.
Just guys that go to Vegas and they're like, "No, sir, you gotta pay by the plate. You're not gonna get." We've heard about you from casino to casino. You're not gonna get away with this. Hey, he don't go to Vegas to count cards. He count carbs.
He get charged with 20 to 25
Okay,
salads.
enough of it on me. Move to someone else, you hear?
You got 25 to knife.
25 to knife? Oh,
Oh, man.
hate it
Guys,
here.
I missed it.
I hate it here.
Wow, man. Come on, Doe. Put it up there.
Shut up.
Gravy on my hand.
Wow, that was a quick follow-up. That was like a counterpunch. That's funny. Gravy on my hand.
I got nothing. All right, enough of it on me. To someone else now.
Oh, my God. Okay.
All right, man. Let's go on to this conspiracy corner.
All right, we're keeping the
Conspiracy
name.
corner.
Yeah, we're just
Keeping
gonna keep
the
the
name.
name until see something.
This-
Does somebody else have that name?
What we just doing?
Internet is undefeated.
Oh, ain't nobody gonna stop you.
Ain't nobody gonna whoop you.
It's closed.
So now is the conspiracy corner. Cue the eerie music. Hey, something's going on in Antarctica and it is scary. There are frozen aliens and we think that the Nazis are there. So that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Ah, yeah,
that
cool.
wasn't bad. I just wanted to.
It's a remix.
All right, so today's conspiracy sent me on a black hole in the internet.
I saw something. I didn't read it, but I saw this.
Yes, he didn't read it.
I didn't
so
read it.
there was a thread posted by Nick Hinton on Twitter that's basically all about Antarctica. So when I first started reading this, I was just like, oh, okay, that could be true. But then the more you go into it, the creepier Antarctica kind of seems as a place. So it starts off by saying that Antarctica is one of the few places left on Earth that is still virtually untouched by humans. There's no native population. But for some reason, there's 16 restricted areas in Antarctica, and they're all enforced by the Antarctic Treaty. And this includes 12 countries, which is weird. We can't really agree on anything, but we can agree on that nobody's allowed in certain parts of Antarctica. So the Nazis, who were also known for their outlandish and otherworldly beliefs, they also had an interest in the supposed barren continent. So they basically explored the region. People don't know that they even went that far down, and they claimed a large plot of land there that they call New Swabia, and it was named after a place in Germany. So the Nazis actually were a part of this whole Antarctica thing. It gets a little weirder though.
All right, I'm interested in this.
So basically, there was an invasion of Antarctica for some reason
But I thought
after
there was
World War
nobody
II.
there.
Exactly, which is super weird. After World War II, there was a 4,000 soldier military troop that from Britain and Australia that invaded Antarctica, and it was known as Operation High Jump. And it, for some reason, resulted in several casualties and a missing ship, the USS Pine Island, right? So theorists say this was because of a battle with a fleet of UFOs. While this is obviously unconfirmed, it's weird that after the failed mission, the Admiral Byrd declared that it was imperative that we take immediate defense measures against this hostile region. So there's actually been like missions there that are just like, wait,
Why would they
What?
send a mission for something that there's no?
or what happened? You know what I mean? So, and then during this time, that same admiral who was trying to get defense to Antarctica was not allowed to hold any more conferences, and he died shortly after. In his private journal, there was an entrance. He said that there was an entrance to another world in Antarctica, and he was ordered to remain silent for the rest of his life. So
By
basically-
who?
The government.
By the people that killed him a couple days later.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey man, you shut up for the rest of your life. You know what?
But wait, there's a portal to a whole new world.
I mean, they basically say that. Yeah. Disney joke?
I was,
No, go ahead.
I was
No,
searching
you-
for one, but
I
didn't
felt
have
it
the-
coming. I was like, this is not gonna
Your
be a
mouth
good
is
one.
banned there too. Don't worry. Like, you ever figure this out? Don't be coming over here eating all our alien food either.
So there was a bunch of things, like the Nazis were obsessed with saying that there was a superhuman Aryan race, and it was basically something that existed beyond the poles in literature. So they're saying that maybe they found what they were looking for. They're starting to find pyramids in Antarctica too.
And there's
what?
pyramids on the dollar bill.
Well, there's pyramids have always been linked to some type of alien thing because for some reason, natives like in Mexico and Egypt and different places that had no contact with each other were all making pyramids that lined up perfectly with constellations. So the fact that there was a pyramid in
crazy.
Antarctica
That's crazy
kind of
kind of
says that
pyramid.
there's probably an ancient civilization
That's
over there.
crazy.
And yeah, they even said that they had some strange guests recently, like John Kerry went over there. Some famous Russian religious leaders went over there. Buzz Aldrin went over there too. And what's crazy is that Buzz ended in, you know, Buzz Aldrin, the guy from the moon, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. He ended up cutting his short trip and was medically evacuated. And he tweeted this, which he deleted. And it says, it basically said, it had a picture of one of the pyramids. And it says, "We are all in danger. It is evil itself."
When did he tweet that?
That was a tweet and delete.
That was a tweet and delete.
When?
I don't know. Right after he went.
They usually have the dates on them.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
You had no information for when it was, though. 1974, huh? But yeah, there's if you keep going down this, it gets really, really creepy. Like there's basically like horror writers who had obsessions with Antarctica and were always saying that there was a sunken city at these specific coordinates. And then for some reason, there was a famous bloop sound in 1997 that was recorded at almost the exact same coordinates. And it was a living creature, but they basically crossed out any animal on Earth.
What's
that
a
it could have
bloop
been.
sound?
So basically, like there's certain like have you ever heard of like those sounds that they hear like deep in the ocean or like way out in space and they don't know what it is? That's basically like the scientists are looking out for some type of living organism if they can't go there,
Got
and
it.
they'll get the
So like
sounds
sonar
and-
type stuff.
Yeah,
So it
something
made it
like
sound
that.
so loud that they heard it, but they couldn't identify what it was.
I don't know if it was because of how loud it was or just because of
It
how
registered.
mysterious it was. And then he goes on to say that there's like a huge obsession with Antarctica with like Alien and Predator. Like all these movies center their stuff around their particularly.
Why
being
haven't we gone there
alien.
and like built roads and freeways?
Well, that's the thing. That's basically what most of this is about. Is like it's inhabitable, but for some reason, some super government that's all like talking to each other, all agreed that all of this stuff no one can go to.
But
When we had the flat Earth guy on Aska, he talked about Antarctica a lot.
Really?
Yeah, he
What'd he
was
say?
like, so he was saying that the super government thing that you're talking about, I forget what he's talking something about like the sun worshippers, because this like predates modern society, like
Right.
back to when the Aztecs and stuff. So he was saying that all of them, like Antarctica is the key to the edge of the world.
Right.
So he was like, if like you were saying, you can't go there. Like you have to get permission from a government, the
Yeah.
nearest government, to even try to venture out there, and he was saying that there's ships like super government has like kind of like rogue pirate ships that'll like shoot at you if you try to go out there and explore.
That was my next
wait,
question. Like, who's there to prevent you from going?
He was like saying that there's each nation has a government, United States government, Mexico, whatever. But he's like, this government sits above them on some like you watch John Wick, so you know like the high table, how they're like the supersede regular crime.
That's what the super government is?
That's what he said the super government is, and they're like, look, y'all he said there's like ice monsters there and like all type of stuff. Like
Ice monsters.
Ice monsters?
He'd be deep on the conspiracy thing, and Antarctica was the key to like a lot of their stuff.
Think about that.
Ice
That
monsters?
costs money to have those people
Who's
stationed
funding
there.
this?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, he was saying these governments are like predates any of this stuff. They have old money, like black market stuff, Bitcoin, all that type of stuff.
I have a question. It's going to sound stupid. I promise it's not. Is Antarctica part of the United States?
No, it's a whole other continent. You're thinking of Alaska.
Alaska.
You're thinking of Alaska.
So Antarctica.
We could just roll past that one, right?
But
This has been another episode.
But hold
wait,
on. But geographically, it's around where the rest of the United States are, though, right?
No.
You're still thinking of Alaska.
It's
at the very bottom.
This is the globe.
Is it
It's
past
just all
Southern
this
America?
stuff. What? Southern America?
Southern America. Like
South
South
America?
South
Stupid
America.
grill out your mouth. Why is it higher on your left side?
You definitely can't say the word geographical with a grill in.
Hold on. Where is it at on the
At the
map?
bottom of the earth.
It's at the bottom. It's the South
So
Pole.
there's Southern America and then there's
South America.
South America.
You keep saying it.
Southern America is New Orleans.
So South America. Wait. Listen.
You should have learned this 40 years ago.
South America and then underneath it is Antarctica?
Yep.
This is a setup
yes.
for a really bad joke. I
No,
promise
it's
you.
not.
Essentially,
I'm
it
being
is.
for real.
But here's the thing: the only reason you would pay for somebody to not go there is because
You knew
it's
something was there.
dangerous.
Yes.
So if it was because we didn't want you to die, they would probably just be like, "You can't go here,"
Right.
as opposed to shooting at you.
Yeah.
That means that there's
But
something
hasn't
there.
been confirmed though. Like
None
is
of this stuff
anybody-
is like it's hard to quantify.
Why would
Somebody
they
gotta
be
go.
but why would they be protecting it if there was nothing there?
That's what I'm
what-
saying.
there
There's
would
for
be.
sure
Weird.
something
That's
there.
the thing.
If
There's
people
gotta
are
be
shooting
something.
at you, if you're on your way there, then there's something there.
Somebody call
Absolutely.
Indiana Jones. I want to know.
Indiana Jones, was he ever in snow? I don't think he was
Nah.
ever in
No,
snow.
not that
He
I
We
frequented
should
hot
backpack
places.
to Antarctica.
No.
Backpack to Antarctica.
We got to
trying to-
find out
I'm
what's
trying to
over
think of
there.
something.
Like
It's
we can just
there's
walk.
water though. That's the whole thing.
So, surrounded by water. They can't really backpack.
You could just float on Doughboy there.
How do we get there?
Go.
So wait, so airplanes don't fly?
Dock before.
Hey, so airplanes don't fly there
You
either?
can't. There's no airports. You can only get there by ship.
But this,
That's what he was saying.
why
You
is
gotta-
this? And I'm not even trying to sound stupid, but why is this not
You
bothering
are,
more?
though. You are.
Why is this not bothering more people?
That's
'Cause
what
people don't
It's
care.
bothering me now.
It's super
Bro,
bothering me.
people got bills that are due.
Yeah, I was just
you
saying,
don't
how
have
you
time
gonna-
to think about
You can't
Antarctica.
invest money and time into something like that. Like, what you gonna do?
Your rent
You want to
due.
know? Yeah.
But that's why it's a conspiracy theory, because you can on the
Ice
side.
monsters doesn't get your antenna
No.
up.
I got student loans. That's more of a problem than ice monsters.
I didn't
right
know
now.
about the ice monsters.
Ice monsters, dog.
I did not know
That's-
about the ice monsters.
I imagine them from the first. Remember the first Thor?
Yeah.
That's what I imagine they look like. When the dude was talking about it, I was like,
I feel like if they hit you, it'll hurt.
Why would you get hit by an ice monster though?
Why would an ice monster exist?
Well, you won't ever have to worry about that. You
That
won't
was,
be invited.
that was a very genuine analysis of an ice monster. I think if they'd bite you, it would hurt.
It's just cold.
Yeah, probably. It's cold.
You know when you get hit with something cold, it hurt more.
But if they are there, those ships are probably there to probably keep them at bay too, to keep them. From,
I
like,
imagine so.
Damn, them ice monsters?
Yeah.
Oh, because they say that there could be like some water monsters too.
yeah, they say. Oh, they say.
There's water monsters?
Man, the ocean is
Ocean is
so
scarier than
undeveloped.
What
in-
is it like? 78% is
80% uninhabited.
I'm more scared of the ocean
unexplored.
than
Uninhabited.
outer
Oh, the
space.
ocean, man! They be
Unexplored.
finding
Uninhabited.
new
That's
fish.
uninhabited is a completely different word.
No,
That
it's
means
not. It's-
somebody-
Uninhabited means there's nothing down there. There's fish down there, so it's inhabited. Unexplored means they don't know what it is.
Explored, yeah.
You're 69. How do you not know the difference between these words? The
It
water's
seems
not
like
gonna
they
save
find
you.
new fish in the ocean every day.
Right? I'm done swimming, bro.
bro,
No, they got
that
fish
was a
that
kid
be
thing.
having lights on their face.
Yeah.
That's an angler. Yeah, that's crazy. That's scary as
Because
hell.
even
Lights?
the pressure, like, is you see how far they've drilled down in the earth in comparison to how deep the ocean is. Like
Yeah.
the Marianas Trench and stuff like that. That's only the parts that they've been able to like send
Get
sound down.
down, yeah.
They
By
say
the
some
way-
of that stuff is so deep they can't even.
But let me
Have
ask
you
you
seen
this.
how far James Cameron dove past
Yeah.
the last person? I think it was like Jacques Cousteau.
What, for the
Yeah,
Abyss?
yeah, yeah.
He did he do that for the Abyss?
I don't know.
The
It
Abyss
good.
was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a water movie though.
It was.
What you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm fire on
It was
you.
about
Was
the
it James
whole.
Cameron?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was about the ocean and pressure. That's the first thing I thought about when we talked about
Crazy.
pressure.
He went down there by himself.
Yeah, he was big.
I don't
tripping.
like
But let me ask you this
Big
though.
tripping.
So you know when humans go too far underwater, our brains explode. What is it that's in these other animals that make their brains
That's what
not
we're
explode?
That's what we're tripping about.
Oh, we don't know.
That's
They
It's
got to
just,
be pressure. They're pressure sensitized.
Because we can only go down like 100 feet or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. They have certain helmets. The highest that you can, whatever equipment you can go, it's not. It's like going 10 feet deep in a pool.
Right.
Like compared
There's
to
so
the
much
ocean.
more.
Look
There's
up-
so much more that.
Look up the animated graph because they show a human and then they go down and then they go down and they show you like the wide span of everything that we haven't, and it's really creepy because they just keep going down.
I've said this before. I believe there's dinosaurs down there
Same.
because
they're just
you
crazy
can't just
adapted.
kill all the
Prehistoric.
dinosaurs.
I think they're prehistoric
Versions.
versions of it, but I don't think they're like I don't
But
think
evolution, what
Tyrannosaurus
what
Rex is
happened
down.
up
Why
here?
not?
The evolution would affect them.
Yeah.
What
they
happened?
wouldn't have got hit by the
They wouldn't have
meteor.
affected by the
And,
meteor or any of that.
and I believe that there definitely is mermaids that exist. There has to be mermaids.
Humanoids.
They have to be because like a bunch of people died off like in the Ice Age. Some of them had to like seek refuge in the water and they're just swimming now.
Oh, that's for
Doughboy
sure
thought
not
The Little
how.
Mermaid was a documentary. He was like, man, I kind of had already had a feeling about this whole thing.
Oh, so just she's
Y'all don't believe in mermaids?
Y'all
Y'all don't think mermaids is if 80% of the ocean is unexplored, as you would call it, you really believe that there's no
As you would
mermaids?
say it correctly.
You really feel like there's no mermaids?
Logic.
Really?
I really think there's no mermaids.
Yeah, he
There
shut
has-
down his whole
Do you really believe
childhood
that?
dream.
Yes.
Built it up.
What about centaurs?
All right, man. Let's go ahead and
All
wrap
right,
this
well,
up.
that has been another episode of Damn Internet, You Scared. Like to thank, I guess our guests. We're kind of guests.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Kevin Doboy, Righteous and Ratchet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make sure you check out the podcast.
Yes, and we are starting a GoFundMe to cut Pat's hair. Make sure you guys donate to that. We're about $17
Money where he gets his
away.
creativity.
Clippers,
The longer
scissors,
if you cut Pat bald, he ain't gonna have no show ideas, no
We're
jokes.
gonna go back to College Pat. College Pat was quiet. He did
We're
color
going to go
books.
back to laser tag.
He gonna have to work at Laser Tag.
Hey, Doughboy's starting a Go Girt Me. Yes! Yes! I was so expecting that to fail.
Girt Me?
Thank you guys so much for watching another episode.
Oh,
We will
buddy.
see you next week.
That was good. Go
Oh,
Dirt Me.
man.